Podcasts. Rob Sanders.
Some would be entertained by it. Some would be horrified by
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and Kale Podcasts.
Let's go.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale Podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for checking out the show. Waiting on my buddy Carolina Jackpot to join us here. I don't know if he fell asleep or what's going on with him, but if he doesn't hear in like the next 5 minutes, I'll just give him a call. That's how that works. We'll call him live on the air and see what happens. All right. So with that, I want to get into some stuff that happened today. There are rumors out there that KJ Jefferson is going to go maybe in the mix to go to South Carolina. We could talk about that. We're going to also talk about a name that I just saw hit the transfer portal, Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard from Duke hit the transfer portal. I guess no Mike Elko. Screw it. We're going to go somewhere else. That is the way to go. That guy threw for almost 3,000 yards and ended up with rushing for like 700 yards and 13 touchdowns. He was responsible for like 40 touchdowns, something like that. So that guy, I think, is should be number one in the portal there. We'll see how that works out for them, but I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna Lawnmower Man says he's Notre Dame bound. All right, there you go. Fair enough with that. Go ahead and put if you want to join the show, there's the link. Feel free to have at it. Would love to have you this evening here on the Rob and Kale show. Hopefully, Kale's going to be getting in here in just a moment. I know there's some of you that if Kale's not here, you're like, oh, fuck it. I don't like Rob. I don't like Kale. Or I don't like Rob. So I'm just going to head out. I'm all right with that. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I admit that. Anyway, Carolina Jackpot. We'll just give him a call. Let's call him right now and see if he's alive. I sent him a text message earlier, and he seemed to be with it. Let's call Jackpot and see if he's alive here. I'm on the speakerphone. We're gonna call Carolina Jackpot. He might be sleeping. Hey, buddy. Are you asleep? Hello to Jackpot. All right, well.
Hello.
Hi, are you okay?
I fell asleep.
Oh.
Give me a minute.
All right, bye. He fell asleep. That's a good point. He could be preventing the fudge sickles from developing freezer burn. Yeah, there's that too. By the way, Ray Bob, I think you're the same Ray Bob that leads our Pick'em challenge. You got like a 3-pick lead on everybody. There are 8 games left, so you're kind of in the box here to win that thing, man. So congratulations to you. By the way, whoever wins that thing, consider, and I know this sounds like I'm being petty here, but consider tipping out the damn show on that. That is a monstrous amount of work every week, getting all that together and the emails and everything else. Next year, we're going to put out there, I think we're going to do like 10% is going to go back to the house. We'll see. All right, let's see if we can get Jackpot in the mix here. Jackpot. Hey, buddy, I didn't mean to wake you up. I just thought maybe you were watching TV, sir.
Well, I was watching TV and then I wasn't.
All right, well, very festive Jackpot with his holiday lights behind him. And Jackpot, I had some things I wanted to throw out there, but we can get into the mix tonight. We'll do the Dennis Wilson bit when you wake up in a second here, but we'll get into some different things here. But there are some rumors out there. First of all, we got the news that Spencer Rattler, which we kind of knew this already, is going to go to the NFL. And I don't think anybody was shocked by that. He's heading to the NFL. I didn't expect him to come back. But there's also been some rumors KJ Jefferson might be in the mix to go to South Carolina. I wanted to get your thoughts on that, Jackpot. And Riley Leonard leaving Duke. I think he's the best quarterback of the transfers there. What do you think about all the quarterback stuff that's going on right now? Are you in the KJ Jefferson camp, or are you like, you know what, I'm going to roll with Sellers?
Well, I mean, I don't think he's even officially in it. And then he came out and said something this evening that he hadn't made his mind up yet. So I don't know. I don't know. I think it's probably could be a good idea because he's experienced. And you kind of need that when you got a young quarterback. You're probably going to have a bunch of pieces from the transfer portal on that offense. You kind of need an older, more experienced leader, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. He's done some good stuff, but he's hurt a lot. He misses a lot of time. So.
Bridges asked, does Rattler still have eligibility? Yes, he has 1 year of eligibility left. If he wanted to come back, he could. I don't think that this isn't something where you look at it and you're like, you look at Spencer Rattler and you're like, oh, you asshole, you left. I think he went out there and played with his guts every damn game. And you never had any doubt that he was, trying to hang it up or whatever. I think he's the most talented quarterback to ever play at South Carolina. And I know people are like, hey, Connor Shaw did more. If you didn't have Spencer Rattler on that team this year, you might win 2 games. I'll stand behind that. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, he he did a lot of good things. No doubt about it. I don't know. I just wish he had a better offensive line to play behind. I wish they had some, hadn't had so many injuries, and he had some decent pieces to play up in front of him and protect him. God only knows what he could have done.
Let's add Justin to the mix. Justin, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Hey, man, how are you?
Doing good. And Carolina Jackpot, I agree with you there. It's been a disappointing season. I never thought Soccer would finish 5-7. I didn't predict that was going to happen.
Me either, but we're kind of mediocre, and when things don't go your way, when you're mediocre, it doesn't take a lot for it to go wrong. So.
Oh yeah, and Carolina Jackpot, I'm surprised Shea hasn't made a stat change there, but he needs to because nobody's not patient anymore,
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you're right about that, brother.
Yep.
Hey, Justin, I hope that you call us during the off season, man. I look forward to your calls, buddy.
Oh, thank you, guys.
It was nice to meet you and your mom at the fair, man. That was pretty cool.
Oh, thanks, guys. It was awesome too. And I can't wait to see y'all again next year.
All right, yeah, buddy. We'll see you later on, man. You have a good night, all right?
You too. Go get cut. Stay strong.
All right, there you go. Justin may be the second biggest Gamecock fan I know behind Carolina Jackpot. Those two could get together and not have any disputes as far as fan stuff because they love the same teams. It's pretty cool. But anyway, look, I think that Rattler leaving, we kind of knew that was going to happen. I thought there was going to be some staff changes. I don't know what Beamer's doing. Maybe he's waiting to see who's going to be leading some of these other teams. I don't know, man. We'll have to see about that. But the other thing, too, is Arkansas hired their former head coach, Bobby Petrino, as their offensive coordinator, Jackpot. I thought that was some funny shit.
That's wild. That is wild. I saw that today. So I guess he was out of a job at Texas A&M. So he had somewhere to go, and he ends up going back there. I thought it was weird. I didn't think that he I figured he was persona non grata around Arkansas, but I guess the statute of limitations on the shit that he was involved in years ago is
it was respectful, and I'm not trying to cover up for what he did, but I mean, the volleyball player was of age, so I mean, there's a question of ethics there. You shouldn't be fucking a student. We get that, but as far as the law goes, you didn't really break any laws.
No.
So, I mean, I know it sounds like I'm being silly there, but Bridges asked if I think Rattler's better than Garcia. Yes. And that's just me. I mean, other people may feel different about that, but Garcia could sling the ball all over the damn place. But in my opinion, you got to have the right headspace.
Garcia was very raw.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer Rattler's more of a polished passer. I mean, he really is. Like I said, a lot of people they don't know that, or you wouldn't know that if you just watched him play at South Carolina these 2 years, because he's having to run around a lot and get flush from the pocket and stuff, because he can't sit back there all day long because he just doesn't have the dudes.
Big Barney Ross says instead of a motorcycle, Petrino will get caught with a cheerleader in a convertible Mustang. Yeah, you might be right about that. I don't know. At this juncture, I don't know. By the way, there's reports that Clemson is hitting the transfer portal. There's a young man that's on the offensive line. I can't remember where it was. Wrote it down earlier, but left my notes over there. And he said he was offered a chance. He's in the portal and was offered a chance to come to Clemson. What in the blue hell is going on there? I think Sweeney's going to go all, I hate to use the term, but all in now. Everybody else is doing it. Why can't I?
Well, yeah, I mean, he needs some offensive linemen. So that bastard's going to pull one. We need them. But we need them bad. So
upstairs. Well, Clemson needs wide receivers too. If they could go in and pull out a Juice Wells like Beamer did, that would be really, really good. So, yeah. Justin says Beamer has to hit the jackpot on the portal this year. No more Ivy League guys. Yeah, Jackpot said that.
They already offered one.
Yeah, that's true.
They offered a tight end from Harvard.
But that's not a lineman. It's a tight end. Big difference.
No, it's not. Tight end's a lineman who catches passes.
Well, okay. Jackpot, you sent me something earlier that Mizzou next year plays at UMass. What in the blue hell is that?
I don't know. I thought that was just wild. I mean, I know
wonder if they're getting a check.
I know Alabama played at South Florida, but Jesus, UMass?
Yeah.
I thought they played Boston College. I thought it was funny. They played Boston College at home, but they traveled to Amherst to take on the Minutemen. They'll probably play that game in
Gillette Stadium or whatever it is.
Probably so, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. I don't know. And the other thing, I wonder if they're getting a check.
I don't know if the Patriots let UMass use their stuff though.
That's a good question. But I'm serious. Are they getting a check because of? Do you get checks if you're an SEC team to go into somebody else's house? I'm sure you do, but hey, a little pissant school, you better give us $750 to come out there, or we ain't showing up.
Yeah, I doubt they have it. I don't have any money to give them to.
All right, I want to put the link in the show for the stuff here if you guys want to join the program. I want to talk a little bit about what South Carolina and Clemson could do, what they should do next. I've already called it. I think Clemson loses their bowl game unless Jackpot, and I have to backtrack a little bit on this. We break out my Michael Jackson moonwalk stuff here. Clemson will lose their bowl game unless they get Oregon State. And why? Because everyone from Oregon State is transferring out. You're going to have the Q squad going to a bowl game if they match up with Clemson. I'll take the Tigers in that matchup. But
is the ukulele transferring out?
I don't know if he's transferring out or not, but I just think that their coaches left. So, I mean, you're going to have freshmen and sophomores playing, in my opinion, in that matchup.
Yeah, I saw that a lot of people were criticizing Jonathan Smith for for leaving to take that job. But
Paul, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing tonight?
Good, buddy. What's up?
Nothing much. I know we were talking about the quarterback from Arkansas that hit the portal. Personally, I'm feeling pretty excited about Lenore Sellers. Coming in as QB1. Wondering if you guys think that he's good enough to lead the offense next season.
Well, we don't know, but I mean, I'd rather take my chances with him than an often injured KJ Jefferson. I think Jackpot kind of feels the same way, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they can always use him to have some healthy quarterback competition to try to make everybody better. Try to push Sellers to get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're going to need somebody there. They're going to need somebody like that, even if he doesn't start, because of depth issues. Because you got the two announced, the other two are leaving.
Yeah, I think you got one scholarship quarterback left on the roster
Luke
now?
Doty and Sellers and Dante Reno, who's not even in Columbia yet. And that's it. The Colton Gauthier and Tanner Bailey, both of them are hitting the portal. So that's
there's
crazy.
that.
We had like 7 quarterbacks at one time, and now we've got none.
I mean, you got I think the coaches at one point were high on Gauthier, but from what I gather, they're more interested in the fact that he can play the guitar. That's the only thing I've ever heard the coaches say. Hey, he plays the guitar really well. Okay, that's not going to help him out on the field, but okay. Anyway. All right. Well, you got anything else there, Paul?
No. First time caller. Thanks for taking my call. Hopefully, I'll be back later on.
Are you a student, man?
I am. I'm not. I don't go to South Carolina. My girlfriend goes there, so I'm this is my second season being a Gamecock fan. So
Oh, where are you a student at, man?
I'm a student at UNC Wilmington.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, sir. Sometimes we say curse words. Please don't take them to heart.
No worries. Yeah, I've been watching for a few months, so hoping to get a strong fan. So thanks for taking my call. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. There you go. Jackpot, we've been getting some younger folks, man. Gamecock Sporty and then Paul there. These are some younger folks turning into the show here. It's like different.
I mean, we appeal to a wide range of ages and sexes and everything.
That's right. Appeal to everyone.
T-Paul's 88 says, Jackpot, check out Twister Rooster. Okay, it's Twisted Rooster. I don't know if you're thinking about the game Twister, and you said, but that's not it. And I just checked him out. I mean, he's doing a little stream. He's got a couple of people over there commenting. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Why is Rooster? Normally Rooster watches our show. Why is he streaming now? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, then. Terrific. All right. Well, good luck to Rooster.
Several of them.
Yeah.
Braden gone. Robert says Braden Davis has been gone. Is that who you're talking about? He went to Syracuse.
Yeah, there's that too.
No, Braden Davis is gone. He went to Syracuse. That was probably like back at the beginning of the season or over the summer. I don't know.
Justin says, are you sick, Jackpot? Yes, Jackpot has been sick. Like, he got sick. He was sick at the live show. And then all of a sudden, now my wife's been sick all week. I don't know if her and Jackpot were doing the old smoochy. But now the wife's sick too, which is kind of funny.
Broski Bear says it's really simple. Clemson will build back and South Carolina will continue living the toilet. Build back to what? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. We'll continue. Maybe he's implying Clemson will. We haven't ever lived in the toilet, sir. Shit.
Okay. I mean,
goddamn. I mean, people. I mean, we had one fucking losing season. I mean, shit happens.
One losing season under
good anyway. We wasn't expecting to be any good anyway. If somebody could defend a fucking pass and not shit the bed, we would have went 6-6. I should not have lost that Florida game. And somebody should have lost their fucking job over that. That was just absolutely asinine. It's all makes me
Over the
fucking mad.
over the Florida game, you think that's the game
That
that
was
somebody should have?
absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that's why I'm saying why Clayton White is still employed and still gets a damn paycheck is beyond me. Oh, well, Jackpot, look what it did against Clemson. Look how good the offense played. Yeah, or the defense played against Clemson. We switched that 3-3-5, Jackpot. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
great.
you played a team that's their first season at the FBS level, and you played the two worst offenses in the conference.
We beat the last 3 games of the season we played. And this is okay. Yeah, the offense defense looked better. We played the number 52 ranked offense. That was Clemson. That was the highest one. Kentucky's ranked number 100, and Vanderbilt was ranked number 112. Please tell me what I'm supposed to cut a flip over.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know, man. I agree with Robert. Up 10 in the fourth quarter against UF. Yeah, you should have won that game. So
that's terrible.
I don't think that someone says most disappointing season since 2014. I don't think anybody expected much from you. I mean, what Jackpot said, you were projected to win 5 games. Vegas hit you right on the nose with 5 games.
I
You can
don't
make
know
the argument
where people keep saying that from. It was 6.
I thought it was 5,
6.5.
sir. Was it 6.5? Then I
It was
apologize.
6.5. Somebody said it was 5.5, but I don't know what sports book they were looking at because I mean
Right.
it could have been several different ones that had different numbers.
William says I'm in the same boat. Look, at the beginning of the season, I thought Clemson. I went back and looked at the stuff. I thought Clemson was going to go 10-2. I did not. I was the 2 losses that I was most disappointed with. The NC State loss, just because I don't like Dave Dorn. That's just a personal thing for me. And the other thing is the Miami loss, where Klubnik's on the fucking goal line and decides, hey, I'm not going to run what the fuck I'm told. I'm just going to go and do whatever the fuck I want to do. That bugs the shit out of me because you sit there and you've got Maffa who, you're on the 1 yard line. I'll take Maffa all day today and twice on Sunday over Klubnik. I just don't get it. Shipley's back there too. It's fucking stupid. Those 2 right there losses were just the shits in my opinion. Now, the Florida State game, people talk about that game, but in the end, when you look at it from the perspective of Florida State they got a ton of talent. I'm not saying that they're the best thing since sliced bread, but on the other hand, I don't think that losing to them is like just a dark streak on your season.
No,
And
they're undefeated. I mean,
yeah, they're undefeated. They went in, they came in, and they won in overtime. So I don't get that. And then the Duke loss, that one was bad too, in my opinion. But there were no special teams issues and everything else in first game of the season, and still get people fucking texting me from when Jackpot gave out my number after that game. But other than that, I mean, the other 2 losses were.
Didn't give out your number at the Duke game. That was much later in the year, sir.
Brother, you gave it out before the Duke game because I got literally, I'm not joking, I got about 50 texts that night from people that I had no clue. Hey, fuck you, Rob. Duke won. Go Dogs. I mean, go Vols. Go Big Orange. Fuck your team. Dabo Sweeney's an asshole. You lost to Duke. Eat shit. Fuck yourself. I mean, seriously, I should have taken all of those and made a collage and just made that one of our fucking YouTube posting things there, and where people could see it, because it was literally all fucking night. Because
Duke won, and people say go Big Orange.
Yeah, go Big Orange, go Vols, go Dogs. I'm like, God damn it, really? Billy says, I told him not to do it. He didn't listen. Jackpot's not going to listen to you, sir. If you want to get involved with the show, there's the link. All right. We stopped using the phone number, and it's one of those times where Jackpot was correct. I like the phone part of it, but it's like, can't really screen who it is. So, Beth says it may have been in week 0, Rob. It was not the night of the Duke game. I don't know. All I know is that the night of the Duke game, plenty of fucking people that I don't know started texting me. And then Jackpot's apologizing the next day. I gave your number out. Sorry. All right.
So you said the phone's this is better than the phone because with the phone you couldn't really screen people.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean,
a couple weeks ago you let somebody get in here and drop a porn bomb, and we had to just end the stream right away.
Well, that was not my fault. The guy's sitting there, and he looks like a regular dude. He looked like Paul earlier. I didn't know Paul. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll bring this guy in.
Well, perhaps
and
you should have done some investigation into Paul.
Yeah, maybe I should have. But then that guy, all of a sudden, he hit us with a penis that was 8 feet long. We didn't need to see that shit. Ryan says he's proud to be one of 4 people here. Well, sir, on YouTube, that's where a lot of our audience is. You should join us over there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Carolina Jackpot. You can see a lot of people in the chat over here. So there you go with that. Billy says he looked like SEC bias. Yeah, maybe. By the way, Rob has an SEC bias is a crazy motherfucker. Let's just leave it at that. That dude is fucking... He got to stun me with the damn stun gun at Callaway's, and
he's
then...
all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
He's jacked up on Mountain Dew and bubble gum, and then he fucking stunned himself twice. Stunned himself so hard that he ended up with burn marks on his arm. That guy is certifiably batshit. So there's that. All right, link to join the show if you want to get into the program. There you go with that.
Cockadoodle-Doo says folks need to remember Spurrier missed going to a bowl game his 3rd season at Carolina, and it took 7 years to get over 10 wins. Yeah, his 3rd season, let us not forget, he started out 6-0. He was ranked in the top. Was he top 10? Was he top 5? You remember that? His third year in 2007, weren't they ranked like number 5?
Yeah.
And lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
At
Terrible.
home, and then they lost like 5 more in a row and finished the season 6-6. And they didn't. I don't know what happened with the bowl. I don't know why they didn't go. If they weren't, I mean, they would have qualified with 6 wins. Maybe they just didn't want to go. I don't know. Or maybe one of them was over an FCS team, and those used to not count. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you used to have to have 6. Yeah, you used to have 6 wins, not including your FCS game.
Yeah. So. Then they had to have those games filled. I don't know, man. Tennessee Smokey says more of Rob's foul mouth, FOWL, nasty, vulgar, and offensive. No more for me. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, sir. I'm sorry if I speak like how normal people speak when they're, when what guys are together. Say? I don't know. Did I say anything that was that foul? I don't think. I didn't drop a C-bomb or whatever, but then again, I may have.
No, you didn't. You weren't over there talking about Harry Cooter or.
I wasn't talking about she-wees.
Anything that she-weeds or pussy or anything nasty. I mean, God damn.
I don't know, man.
A foul and an FOWL mouth means that you have a mouth full of chicken.
Well, now I am a chunky asshole. Words. I am a chunky asshole, so there's that too. Anyway, I'm sorry we offended you, sir. There are some G-rated shows out there that you can go and listen to that will be happy to take it there.
Look up at Uncle Lou. He doesn't curse.
Uncle Lou doesn't really drop very many curse words. I admit that I do more on that front.
Yeah, he does.
Used to. Let's welcome Ray to the show. Ray, welcome to the program.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Ray, has my vulgar offensive language been foul to you?
I don't give a shit one way or the other, dude.
There you go.
No,
All right, what
honestly.
you got, man?
Hey, I think the guy you were talking about that Clemson had offered us from Shorter College. I think his name's Alan Heron, like 6'3", 310, 6'6", 310. He's like a sophomore. And I think Penn State, Auburn, several have offered him. So he must be pretty good.
Hmm.
And also Florida State got a player from Shorter College last year, Kyle Morlock, a tight end. So that must be a Division II. They're stacking some talent up down there. I think this kid's from around Atlanta or somewhere. So, I mean, but there's talent everywhere. You just have to find it.
I'm with you on that. And look, at this point, I don't, as long as Dabo Swinney's dipping his toe and trying to get some people out of the transfer portal, I don't care if they're from Shorter College, Columbia College, or the Jackpot School of Tater Chips. At least he's trying, for God's sake. I'm serious. That's where I'm at with that, because at least he's looking at it. And someone asked me if I think that the game is passing him by. No, I think that he's smart enough to know, first of all, I think he knows that he may not be the best X's and O's coach. I think he knows that he's like a general manager type coach, and he needs to get a good offensive coordinator and a good defensive coordinator and let them coach, and then he can go out and build the brand and recruit and do all that shit. I think he's good at that, but not getting into the transfer portal is something that he's not done, and he's got to do a better job. So at least he's trying.
Well,
so we'll give him that.
Yeah.
You have to, if you look at, which, I mean, you know, I'm a little older than you guys. I'm 57, and I've been a Florida State fan pretty much my whole life. What made Bobby Bowden so good up until his last few years that he was just super loyal to some coaches that he should have let go. But he was a coach that was able to adapt and change with the times. And hey, I tell you, if he was in his prime right now, he'd be all over the transfer portal too.
Of course he would.
It's just part of the game, you know.
Yeah.
If you'll just look at Jared Verse, we got him from Albany College, somewhere up in New York.
Yeah, he's a great hound.
We played Syracuse, was going to play him the next week, and we watched the film and saw this cat running all over the field, and like, oh my gosh, you know. So it's here to stay. The only thing the NCAA may change is where it's not so easy, maybe, to transfer. What can they do it now, Rob? Just one time, and then that's it?
Yeah, it's one time, and then you got to wait a year. So it's one time without penalty, and then you can, you know.
Or if you're a graduate student, you can do it at any time.
I also think that's going to get challenged in court eventually. All right, buddy. I think that's going to get challenged in court eventually, and when it does, that's going to be knocked up there. So I think I'll be shot down like the rest of it.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of big quarterbacks that have entered the portal. I saw where I guess Riley Leonard, they're projecting him to Notre Dame. So is the ACC, is that the new the new quarterback farm system for Notre Dame?
Apparently so. I mean, does Notre Dame? I mean, I guess Notre Dame's not recruiting quarterbacks out of high school anymore. They just pick one up.
I guess that's all
we'll just wait till the Duke guys washed up.
Yeah.
We'll wait till Wake Forest guys tired of being there. If he's any good, we'll take him.
Well, now the guy that I would love to have at Florida State, and I don't know if we can get him or not, and I can't. His name escapes me, but he's the quarterback from Washington State.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh my goodness gracious,
Cameron Ward.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. And if you'll notice, all three Heisman Trophy winners we've had at Florida State, their last name started with W. So I would love to get that guy, but do you guys know, is he a junior, senior? Is he a graduate transfer? Do you guys
Hold on,
have any idea?
I can look it up for you right now. Cameron Ward, right?
Yes.
I'll look it up right now. But I don't know about that. Let me see here. Let's see here. Cameron Ward. Apparently, SI says he has 10 substantial NIL offers, including one from UW. let's see here. I don't know. Let's see here.
The one thing I did hear about him, and I guess it came from him or his people, that he's been offered at least over 10 offers and of his NIL value. Of they're saying they're offering him like $1 million. 10 schools have offered him that already, and NIL deals, which I didn't know that was exactly legal, but I guess.
I mean, at this juncture, who knows? You
Yeah,
know.
I mean, he's. I don't know. Is he? But is he? I mean, because
he's pretty good, Jackpot. I've watched.
He's
the
a
film
he's
on
a
him.
junior,
He's
so he
he's
so
not.
he would have
he's a
2 years
junior,
to
so
play
he's,
or 1 year to play.
yeah. No, I think he gets the COVID year too, so he would be
Okay.
He played 2 years at Incarnate Ward, and then went to Washington State this season, and then so I think he has 2 years left. So
Okay.
maybe that's
Well,
part
if
of it.
he's a junior, that
I
means
don't know if we could get him off the West Coast out there or not. I have no idea.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Jackpot? I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
if he's a junior, that means he can't be in the transfer portal right now because he doesn't go until after the conference championship games this
Right.
weekend.
Right.
Well,
He's
But I
not
mean,
a
I think
graduate.
Well,
He's
he may
not a
not
grad
be officially
transfer,
in
so he
yet.
can't. He's not a
Yeah.
grad transfer, so he can't be in there yet. So how do we have all these NIL offers for? I see. I don't get any of this.
Oh, I'm with you, Jackpot. It's a nasty business that they got
It's
going
fucking
on.
confusing. I mean, it really, really is.
Right.
It is.
Well,
like I
I've
just gotta
heard
sit
Lincoln
back and watch.
Riley's been sticking his nose over there trying to get him to USC. But to be quite honest with you, I think Lincoln Riley's a joke. I mean, I'm not saying he can't coach offense, but as a head coach, I think the dude's a joke. But real quick before I go, I know we're not the team we were when we had Jordan Travis, but do you guys think we have a chance to beat Louisville?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're matched up in the game, so yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, I
I mean,
just
I don't
saying
care.
that.
I don't know.
All
I don't
the
know how.
ESPN talking heads, oh my God, we have no chance. Going to get beat by 50. No matter if we win, we're not going to make the college football playoff.
How can anybody sit there and say that? Yeah, they're definitely going to get beat by Louisville after watching what Louisville, as Uncle Lou would say, pushed a paper plate on the 50-yard line and took a big dump in it for 4 quarters.
Jackpot, it's the ESPN narrative.
Yeah.
I don't normally like to sit here and think about all the ESPN narrative this and the ESPN narrative that, but I think the fucking idiots at ESPN won in Alabama in the playoff.
Absolutely.
And they got to get some people out to make that work.
Right.
But I don't think that's going to matter because I think Georgia's going to curb stomp them this weekend and send fucking Saban into retirement.
I'm not a Georgia fan by any stretch of the imagination, but this weekend I'm with you, Rob. I hope they beat the shit out of those guys just to shut those farmers up.
Well, but here's the thing: Alabama, they're 11-1, but in reality, are they a real knockdown great Alabama team? Probably not.
No, they're not. They're super talented as far as the way they've recruited, but Milroe. I mean, come on, guys. Did y'all watch the Auburn game? They pulled a shamrock out of their ass to win that Auburn game, and Auburn is total hot dog water. They are no good at all.
Well, like Nick Saban said in his post-game press conference, I watched part of it, and he told them people, he said, you all like to make a big deal about that kick six. Well, today he's like, we big time players stepped up and made big plays.
Right. Well, I call into we've got a local station down here that I call into. They do a morning show, and I live really close to the Alabama state line. I'm very close to Alabama and Georgia, but I actually live in Florida. And my question to them was, has the Alabama fourth and goal from 31 took the place of the Auburn kick six? Has it supplanted it, or are they basically equal?
I don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying? So either way, guys. But I hope.
I still think the kick six is probably a bigger deal because Auburn ended up going to the national championship game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
and
think
Florida
Alabama's
State beat
going to
them
end up
that
in the
year,
national
right?
championship game.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll see
I
on that.
got you. Anyway,
All right,
guys,
buddy.
well,
Let me.
if nothing
Yeah.
else, Rob, I hope we
Mhm.
whip their ass just to piss the world off. Have a great day, guys.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good day. All right, Tim joins the program. Tim says his headline says, "I'm hating the ACC since 1981." Well, I'm sorry that the ACC's hurt your feelings. So, how are you?
It was that extra year of probation back when I was a student. So
A student where?
Clemson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I come by my hate of the ACC, quite honestly. First question I had for you guys is changed it slightly. Is do you think that ESPN has had all these narratives because of this gigantic contract they're saddled with starting next year, that they want to get a jump start on it because they're going to be the SEC network?
I would like to think that way, but in the end, I don't. And I know I said earlier that they're wanting Alabama to do all this stuff, but they want to get the biggest TV numbers. I believe that, but
Yeah.
on the other hand, it's like, here's the thing: if you have a great producer, I could sit here and, as someone who's produced radio programs, I could sit here and make a story out of any program and pump that out on the network that they have and make it into this big, huge worldly thing, which is what they did with James Madison. When they took game day to James Madison, the average college football fan has no clue who the hell James Madison is, but they painted this wonderful story about James Madison. This is their first year as an FCS team, and
Right.
Man, the NCAA is screwing them over. And did you know the Constitution was written by James Madison? All of this shit that makes the average person think, oh, wow, now I love James Madison, and I'm going to watch a little bit longer. So they can build up all kind of stuff. What I would do, and I would pitch in my production meeting if I were there, we want Florida State to win. Why? Because Jordan Travis is going to be on the sideline for the college football national championship. His leg is still looking like a question mark from the game where he was injured, and he's going to rally this team and get this kid that no one knows who the fuck he is to go out and beat Georgia. That's what you could sling from this. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying you can push a narrative and make it into a bigger story that people care about it. So there you go with that.
That's true. You could, and that is that would certainly be something worth seeing if Florida State could actually pull that off against Georgia. But I'm betting on a three-peat at this point.
Well, I am too, and I think the average person is. Las Vegas feels the same way, but in the end, the average person that's out there, and I don't know what the term I want to use, the everyday fan, they're probably sick of Georgia winning every damn thing. So ESPN's not going to get behind them and push that. They'd love to have Alabama because they think, okay, Alabama's got Nick Saban, and maybe he's got a horseshoe that he could sling and hit Kirby Smart in the teeth and knock them off. Maybe that's the one way to do it. I don't know. But in the end, I hate to bore everyone, but it's Georgia's fucking year again. I don't think any of these teams can match up with Georgia. And if I'm wrong, then I'll come on the program and admit that I'm wrong. Everybody's playing for fucking second. Everyone is.
After what we
Deal
saw
with it.
Saturday, you don't think Michigan can stand up with Georgia?
Fuck Michigan with a hammer and a pitchfork. Fuck them.
But not
Big
just
Ten
because
pussies.
you don't like them is one thing, but could they stand toe to toe with them? I think they can.
Sure, they can stand toe to toe with them, and so could fucking Alabama, and so could all these other teams. I think Georgia wins out. I mean, the Georgia-Michigan game will be the closest one left of the games that they're going to play, in my opinion. But I don't even know if they're going to have Harbaugh on the sidelines. I don't know.
Really, you think he's going to cut bait and head to the NFL?
No, I think someone's going to tell him, hey, you can't go on the sideline again. We'll have that before too long.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Clemson question going into the offseason. Do you think that there should be changes at the position coaches. I've heard a lot this year about underperformance on the offensive line and wide receivers and drops and discipline. Is that a problem, or is it just that injuries and youth? I'm asking you guys.
I have my spiel on that, but what do you think, Jackpot?
Well, I don't think you don't have the talent at wide receiver that you used to have. I mean, I don't know if that attributes to drops, and I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly or whatever, but I mean,
but are they not developing anymore? Because I've heard a lot this season, especially during the early part when they were 4-4, is that players are not being developed, and it's more about does the coach fit with the culture as opposed to does the coach know what the heck he's doing.
I know that wide receiver coach Grisham, Rob, right? He's taking a lot of heat, right?
Yeah. Look, in my opinion, and I could be wrong about this, but if I were running the show, Grisham's key card wouldn't be working anymore. And then I would tell him on the way out, go tell CJ Spiller, look, I want you to gracefully resign. We'll make sure that you have tickets and everything else. We're going to put you in the Ring of Honor, whatever the hell it is you want to do. But when you lead the country in fumbles, and it seems like the receiving position has gone down every single year. And I know Jackpot made a good point with the talent that's there, but there are 4- and 5-star guys that should be developed, and they haven't. So those two need to go away. As far as Thomas Dawson, the offensive line coach, it's kind of hard to get rid of him when he hasn't really gotten the chance to really develop his guys. And a lot of the hits that Klubnik took, especially the hit against Florida State, where they just came off the line and just pounded him, was a missed block by a running back.
You talking about Kalen Deloach?
Yeah. I mean, a completely missed block by a running back, and he just didn't pick it up, which means
I felt sorry
shitty
for that
coaching.
His teeth rattled.
Of course he did. And you can't expect him, you can't really hang that on Klubnik. The guy missed the damn block, and he had a Power 5 edge rusher or linebacker or whatever the hell that kid is, just coming at him full speed. Of course you're going to fumble the ball. But a lot of it's got to do with the fact that they are shitty as far as the running backs go with the ability to pick up the blitz. Shitty. And that comes back to CJ Spiller.
Was that Moffa that did that?
Yeah. Moffa didn't know what fucking planet he was on. He blocked the other guy. He doubled the one guy when he was supposed to kick out and block Deloach.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing here? I know that sounds vulgar, but God, it's...
You see that replay over and over, and it's a clear miss.
And as soon as, if you slow it down, as soon as he did it, you seen Moffa's head go like, oh, and then he's like, oh, pointing at his Moffa. Of course it's your bad. Go apologize to his parents. They could have died because of you, dumbass. Not only costing us the game, holy shit. So anyway, I don't mean to get as emotional with Jackpot, but
my third and final question is for both of you. Is at my advanced age, is there any chance in my lifetime that I'm going to see the Clemson South Carolina game be a top 10 game? Both teams
as
in the
far
top
as
10.
Both teams being in the top 10. What do you think, Jackpot?
Being in the top 10.
Well, I mean, it's been, I don't know, what's it been, 10 years ago since it was?
Yeah.
Were they both in the top 10?
2014 or 2013, the year that fucking Chad Morris decided to have Sammy Watkins try to play quarterback.
2013.
Yeah, that year. Let's take one of the fastest wide receivers we have, and let's just sit here and say, you know what? You can play quarterback, sir.
It was a good decision.
It
was a good decision. It would have worked 99. It would work 99 times out of 100.
Oh my God. No, you love that shit. Jackpot, if you were, I don't know if you did a live stream that night, but you would have came so hard it would have hit yourself in the nose. You were so happy with that fucking call.
No, we didn't live stream games then. I was on Facebook. That's the only social media I used then.
Well,
So do you think it can happen in the next? Because if it is 2013, then it's been 10 years. Do you think it can happen in the next 10 years?
I think so. I don't see why not.
I mean, because regardless of which school, both have good resources. I mean, they're not. You can't afford a $70 million payout like what went to Texas A&M. I really would like to get fired from a job like that.
There's two best jobs in America are the head coach of Texas A&M, B, the fired head coach from Texas A&M.
But they did learn to restructure their contracts. I got to give them credit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate the time, guys. Have a great show.
Thank you for checking out the show, sir. Appreciate it. All right, there you go. I don't know if that can happen or not. Why not? I mean, at this juncture, who knows?
I wanted to address this one. Hudson over in the comment section says, "Who is South Carolina and Clemson's second biggest rival?"
Oh, well, for you, who do you think it is for South Carolina?
Here lately, it's gotta be Tennessee.
Yeah. For Clemson,
I would say Georgia, but the Georgia people don't want to claim South Carolina as a rival for whatever reason. I guess they feel like they've got too many already or something, even though they are a rival. But we're not playing them next year, so who knows with that. But
for Clemson, I would like to think. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jackpot.
South Carolina and Tennessee do not like each other, so
no. I think for Clemson it should be. I think Florida State should be in the mix, but I used to think it was NC State for a while, but I'll take Florida State in football, and because generally, whoever when we had the Atlantic and all that, it's gonna be gone soon, but whoever won the Atlantic was right there in the mix, and that Clemson Florida State game was kind of a knockout game. So,
you want to claim North Carolina State?
I said North Carolina State would be there, but Clemson's kind of dominated that series, and I know that they've
really,
gotten
that's really, if you look back at some of the people they were talking to, hindsight being 2020. I know it's not a flashy name, and just kind of wet farts along and win 7, 8, 9 games a year. That's really who South Carolina should have hired to run the football program. Seriously.
Who are you talking about?
Dave Dern.
No, you should have hired Clausen.
Did you see that one? Him and Dab. Now that would be good for a rivalry.
Yeah, I can agree with all that.
Dave Doran at South Carolina and then Dabo at Clemson. They don't like each other. Anyway, there's a lot of mutual respect there between Shane Beamer and Dabo. Did you see the handshake after the game where they got the audio of it up close? I mean, I think Dabo could already tell that Shane was about to start crying. He hugged him and patted his back real hard. He's like, keep your head up, keep your head up.
Yeah. Clemson's won 17 out of the last 21 against NC State. So there's that. Let's welcome Vic Tube to the show. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, Rob? And
how you doing on that?
And Rob. You damn right. We're gonna curb stomp Alabama, and we're gonna get that three-peat. I know that we look bad against Georgia Tech. But
I think that I'm not like Peg and Megan, who, from what I've heard, a rumor says that he bet against his team this year on more than one occasion. I'm not like him. Until someone beats Georgia, there's no sense in betting against them. Don't do it. You're just fucking throwing your money away. If you're going to bet against Georgia this weekend, here's what you do. If you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to bet $100 that Alabama will beat them this weekend, I'm going to save you some money. Here's what you do. You Venmo me $50, And then I will send back to you a message that says, don't fucking doubt them again. They're going to kick you in the cunt. And then you take the other $50 and you're up $50. I'll help you with that. All right. So send me a message on Twitter at Rob Sounds Good until someone beats them. Well, I mean, you can't keep throwing rocks at the throne. They're the best team in the country right now. So have at it.
So you don't, Vic Tube, you aren't the least bit concerned that Jalen Milroe might come out there Saturday afternoon and carve up that Georgia secondary?
Yeah, I might carve up our secondary. No, but he might be able to run around on us. He'll probably get a lot of yards with his legs. But yeah, but
I wonder if Georgia does lose this weekend, are they out?
probably.
I mean, it's something to think about.
Depends on what happens everywhere else. I think if Texas were to lose and Florida State were to lose, then I think we would still sneak in. But I mean, if all the favorites win, then yes, I think we will be out.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right, what else you got there, Vic? Too?
Yes, so I know. Yes, we did struggle with Georgia Tech, but I think that the real Georgia team is gonna stand up this week. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting Brock Bowers back for this game, and I know that it's not really 100%, but if he can make it through this game, then he'll have the next 3 weeks to heal up, and then I think we'll see Brock at 100% for the playoffs. So yeah.
I don't know if you saw it or not. Sea Dog kind of lost it yesterday. Made a video about you Georgia people and that game Saturday. Said y'all were soft.
Yes, they were soft. Yeah, that we were
he
crying.
said you were soft.
Yeah, crying.
Sea Dog drunk? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, that we were crying about the ref.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. That's kind of funny when you think about it.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so you got Georgia winning this weekend, right?
Yep.
Let's see how that works out for you, man.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, I appreciate you, Vic Tube. You have a good night, all right?
All right. Yeah. Y'all have a good night too. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. All right, Rob has an SEC bias has joined us now. Good evening, sir.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good, man.
Good.
Nice to see you have power.
Yeah, slightly. I changed a couple light bulbs though, unfortunately.
And a couple light bulbs. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know if y'all noticed Lamont Paris up to a 6-0 start. Who could have predicted that?
Yeah, old quarter zip.
Yeah, best start in program history, I'm pretty sure, right?
Nah, we've been.
I want to say I saw a post saying it was maybe best by in their second year, but I saw a post.
Maybe in the second year under a coach, maybe, but no, they've started out. They started out like not 10-0 before back in the day.
Well,
pretty good in basketball.
I'm starting to get into the basketball fever. It's hard to watch. I hate it. I wish football was back. I wish we made a fucking bowl game. But damn it, this is the situation I'm in now. So I'm gonna get hype about basketball, man.
Let me give you some advice here. It's the same advice that our buddies at the Mazodcast have given Jackpot. Get on the Missouri bandwagon now. You don't have to support a shit program that's been kicking you in the nuts for the majority of your life. Jump off. Go get on the Mizzou band. Your coach is a dork up there, but that's all right. They won 10 fucking games.
Well, the coach
you're sitting at home playing with your fucking dick. You're sitting home playing with your dick. You could be getting ready for a New Year's Six Bowl, but instead you're down there with Shane Beamer, whose next endorsement deal is going to be for the fucking Shiwi, and y'all aren't going to have anything. So
now,
you have an
opportunity to better
yourself, sir, but you're not doing it.
Is sustainable?
At this juncture, they're a better program than South Carolina is right now.
Yeah, but do you think it's sustainable?
Who gives a shit? They went 10-2. They went to a bowl game last year.
They're gonna be able to pull in some dudes because Missouri signed an NIL, or the state government signed a thing where a high school kid, if they commit to a state university, they can start earning NIL money while they're still in high school.
Well, who the
as
hell
long as
are all
they're
these
committed.
Missouri NIL donors?
What's
Well,
that?
look,
Who the hell are all, like, where the hell is Missouri even getting the money to afford all these donors? Because I've seen who you're talking about.
They have,
Right.
from what they have, Walmart money, from what I understand.
Do they actually?
They got some money, yeah. Well, but also there was
Which didn't
something
make
that
any
I read.
sense to me because Walmart is based out of Arkansas, but I don't know. St. Louis is part of Missouri too, and that's where, in Kansas City, that's where they're
Yeah, that's where
all
they're
this,
getting them
all this
players.
big time football talent comes from.
Right.
So
I think that you could better yourself, sir. I'm just saying. You already go to Clemson anyway, and you're a fucking South Carolina fan. You could just put yourself in the transfer portal, sir.
the big
Fine. You don't
South
like
Carolina has
Mizzou.
Kmart money.
Hey,
Very good
Kmart
business.
doesn't have any fucking money, so I guess that's the damn joke. Went bankrupt.
Papa B says, yet Missouri can't fill up the end zone seats. Sir, the M is a tradition there.
It's a
Now,
rock.
at Arkansas, they don't have very much traditions. At Mississippi State,
speaking of Arkansas,
they don't
Rob,
have it
did you
either.
see-
So,
Speaking of Arkansas, did you see KJ Jefferson is supposedly South Carolina is a front runner to land him in the transfer portal this year? I kind of thought that came out of nowhere today.
if I were a team that wanted KJ Jefferson, here's what I would do. If I heard that, hey, South Carolina's in the lead for him, I would condense the Clemson game, the Georgia game, and I don't know, pick another game. And of Spencer Rattler just getting fucking hammered, taking the snap, and then 1 second later, he's got people kicking him in the face. I would send that to whoever it is out there. If you want to go play in that, man, good luck, bro. You might as well stay at Arkansas.
Well, he'll at least have some sophomores. He won't have true freshmen. They'll have probably about 20 more.
That's a fair statement too, sir.
They'll probably have about 20 more pounds. I think our O-line, for how porous it was this year, I'm pretty optimistic about it next year. I don't think it'll be as near as weak as it was.
Well, they got a lot of experience this year.
Exactly. I don't see how that doesn't translate to them just being an all-around better group.
Well, some people feel that way, and they're bringing in some pretty high quality recruits next year.
Exactly.
Hopefully, we aren't in a position where they have to play a bunch.
Play again, yeah, that would be so. I'll tell you, but experience means nothing if they don't go out and actually, put in the work and get better. Which Lord knows what they're doing nowadays. I saw so many missed blocks this fucking season, man.
Look, Lawnmower Man says he's a Clemson fan. Says, I bet a cat could lick that dinky mustache off his face. Looks just like a Cock fan.
Oh shit!
Hey, Rob has the SEC bias to be the doppelganger for Louisville quarterback Jake Plummer. Very similar.
He looks more like Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers was younger and didn't do mushrooms.
Or Perkies.
Very good.
But I heard y'all talking about the bowl game, or not the bowl games, the rivalries. I wanted to weigh in on it.
Sure.
I don't think South Carolina, Kentucky. I think that's a rivalry, man. It's been a very competitive series.
It is. They play it every year. They usually play
I hate
close
Kentucky.
games.
They're a bunch of Mark Stoops is a punk ass bitch. All right. That was actually the first game I got kicked out. Was the South Carolina Kentucky game. Got kicked out of the stadium.
Oh God.
Well, no. South Carolina leads the country in ejections per game. That's a real stat.
Yeah. Well, here's my rebuttal to that. Anytime anybody says anything about that, that's not a testament to how rowdy our student section or rowdy people are in our crowd.
It's the cops.
It's a testament to how good the security is.
Well, not even that. They just you blink at them, dude. They're throwing your house.
That's some
Yeah.
funny shit.
They don't put
Yeah,
up with any shit. That's why.
No, they don't put up with nothing. But I think Kentucky has probably got a very strong case to be a rival that I hear nobody bring up. I like to keep the Vandy game around for a free win, but everyone wants a rivalry like that. And the Florida game. I mean, I don't see Tennessee as a true rivalry. I hate Florida a lot more, to be honest. There was a lot more vitriol, especially in the Spurrier years, between Florida and South Carolina.
So I'm not asking if it's, I don't know, man.
Tennessee's fucking horrible, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate Tennessee. I think
So that's the
everyone
team
here
that you
hates them.
despise more on the schedule than South Carolina is Tennessee?
Nah, probably Clemson, dude.
After Clemson, it was asked who was the second rival.
After Clemson. Okay, well then, yeah. If we're not talking about, I missed what y'all had been talking about. I thought y'all were just saying name your true rival.
Second rivalry after Clemson or South Carolina. So,
well, most hated Tennessee for sure, but I think more of a grasp on a rivalry Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents, though. What'd you say about the ACC? You said Florida State?
I think it's Florida State, and I think in my brain, it's like NC State because of the whole Textile Bowl thing. But in the end, it's like it's got to be Florida State because, when Florida State came into the conference, they were just kicking the shit out of everybody, and the goal was we've got to get to where Florida State is, and then they passed them, and then now it was like. The game I remember the most was the guy sitting there with his shirt off reading a book when Trevor Lawrence's team beat him like 63-7 or whatever the hell it was.
When Florida State came in and started dominating everything, they kind of took Clemson's spot.
Yeah. So that was kind of like, all right, they have to get to where they are.
Not a dog spot, but my spot.
Exactly. So in my opinion, I think it's Florida State because, and then now they're all, man, I've heard more Florida State fans, especially in my Twitter feed than, oh, the dominance is back. It's going to be like when Bobby Bowden was here. And I'm like, shut the hell up.
Really? I haven't heard much of anything from the Florida State man this year. But granted,
we're in
I don't
different
really
Twitter circles, sir. Maybe that's
I was about to say I'm not really big into like the ACC, football space to begin with. So
yeah.
But
you think KJ Jefferson's singing that song right now?
Which one?
Coming to South Carolina, I'm moving on up to the south side to a deluxe spot leading Dow Loggins offense. Oh, moving on.
Hey, Dow Loggins is a quarterback saver, man. But when I saw that, I was a little puzzled because I know Tanner Bailey and Colton Gauthier just hit the portal, which pretty much confirms what I already knew, that Lil Norris was going to be the man.
Or maybe they're thinking KJ Sellers is going to come there, or KJ, whatever the hell his name is, KJ Jefferson. I think if they get them, that's a mistake. I think if they bring in Jefferson, it's a mistake.
Well, that's what I was saying, because it seemed like they it's all but a foregone conclusion right now. Sellers is the number one guy in the room. I don't know why you would bring in, because he's pretty much a super senior. KJ Jefferson is, right?
Yeah, he's got 1 year. So
he's class of 2019.
You're pretty much just asking Lenoris to transfer at that point. I don't see why Lenoris wouldn't. Someone would give him a shot to start.
Yeah, Sellers. I think he needs to be given an opportunity to try somewhere else. Why not? If he can't. Who knows at this juncture, man? You don't know how a lot of these kids think anyway, but I think playing is a big deal. I don't think he came to South Carolina just to sit on the bench. So
no. Well, and he actually, if you remember, I think he was committed to Syracuse for a little bit.
I really think George Jefferson would mainly be used as a backup and to push him to be better.
Well, he was a 9-4 quarterback. I couldn't imagine him transferring somewhere to be a backup. You know what I mean? He went 9-4 in the SEC.
Spencer Sanders went like 9-4 in the Big 12 with Oklahoma State, and look at him. He backed up Jack Offson Dart this year.
Yeah. That'd be a weird move to me.
Old Lane Train kind of fucked that guy. In my opinion.
Well, I mean, Lane Kiffin's kind of a charlatan to begin with.
Well, he's a douche. But it's not like guy. If it's me, I'd fucking quit. I'd say, fuck you, bye. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play back up some kid when you told me I could be the starter. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know who Ole Miss took in? You know who old Lane took in too, right?
Who?
Oh, locker room pictures, Dudley.
Yeah.
He's at Ole Miss now, man. How the hell did they didn't even wait?
Lane Kiffin's
snatched
weird.
him
He
right
probably
up.
gets off on that shit.
Well, he's selling the pictures.
He probably does. I'll let you on the team if you save those pictures for me.
Well, I just can't believe they didn't even give him a year.
Or maybe part of it was, if you come to Ole Miss, we'll get you a better camera. There's your NIL stuff. We'll get you a better camera. That way you can get some actual clear pictures to put up on the website and get you some more money. That's the kind of shit that
you can zoom in on that corn cob over in the auxiliary shower.
Yeah, you can zoom in from 80 fucking feet away with the camera. We'll get you. You want some extreme shot of those nuts? We'll be happy to help you. That's what he would probably do.
This one's even got an X-ray goggle on it. You can see the asshole in the back.
Oh, God. An infrared camera. Infrared camera, Jackpot.
That to this day is the craziest thing I've ever heard coming out of a college locker room.
I don't get all that at all. I mean, it reminds me like who was the Lakers player that was like running his mouth about what guys were doing on the road, and then he expected the guys just to be cool with it, like, hey, you put out all my business that we did here. You expect everybody to be cool and be a good teammate. He had to get traded.
You think they beat the shit out of him when they found out?
I don't remember that.
About 5 years ago.
You think they just collectively beat the shit out of him when they found out?
Probably threw him in the shower. They were going to pull what was it that Corey Jenkins told me that Junior Seau and the veterans for Miami were going to do to Nick Saban? They were going to pull him in the shower and beat the fuck out of him down there because they didn't like the way he coached.
No God.
Actual story from Corey Jenkins. He told me that. They were going to pull Nick Saban in the shower and let him know, all right, you 5'2" motherfucker, we're not going to put up with your shit. You're dealing with men here, not college boys.
That's funny.
It's true. All right, Rob, you have anything else, sir?
No, I'll just leave y'all with this. It's basketball season.
Of course
I've got the FIBA Lamont Parrott. Hold up. Give me one sec. Just sit right there.
You're not gonna pull a picture out of. I don't need to see anything.
No.
We're zipped up, baby.
We're
zipped up, baby. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Cox by
you ever seen how he wears his little fleece pullover? It's like zipped all the way up.
I mean, they can't get people to come to the arena for $5 tickets. So I mean, it's hard for me to sit here and pay attention.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, it was like a Miami football game, where they buy one, get two.
Well, they're playing
tickets.
Notre Dame too. Notre Dame kind of shit, to be fair.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Someone was talking about that today at the gym. The couple guys were talking about that, and they were like, "Man, maybe they're sporting their Gamecock hoodies or whatever." And they're like, maybe we're going to be good in basketball. And I'm like, okay.
I noticed Clemson beat Alabama last night.
Oh, man. Those Alabama fans were upset about that, too, because they were thinking they were a basketball
they beat
school.
them, but
they went on the road and won there.
Hey,
TJ Hall is a really good player.
They don't have, Brandon Miller's not there anymore. That Clowney guy's not there anymore.
Right. I mean, they lost one of their guys because he murdered someone, and the other guy kind of helped him, and then he went on. So once you get rid of your murderers, I mean, they're basically the Florida of SEC basketball. Once those guys go away, they're not going to be worth a shit.
No.
Well, Florida's decent at basketball now.
Are they?
Yeah, they were good at basketball.
Let's see here. Florida played.
They
Who are they playing?
annihilated Florida State the other day. I was
So Florida played Wake Forest tonight and lost by 11. They're real fucking power there,
Hey,
buddy.
Oh,
the
really?
Carolina girls just beat someone like 120-12.
Did they play Clemson again?
No, they played.
I don't
Dawn
even know who
Staley
they
wanted
played.
to highlight some HBCUs, so she put a couple of them on her schedule. That way they could, and
Is that who it was at HBCU?
yeah,
It's
it was
Alcorn State,
Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah,
Okay.
She even wore.
way to pay homage to the HBCUs. Let's play them and beat the holy living fuck out of them.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, well, she even wore like her outfit was in their colors, so she's wearing Mississippi Valley State colors on the sideline, and her team won 120-16.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
it's just absolutely.
That happened.
I'll tell you, they've got one girl on that Carolina women's team. I've never seen a girl play basketball like she does. It's the most impressive fucking thing you ever. She looks like Kyrie Irving. The chick legit looks like Kyrie Irving.
You're talking about the guard that Magic Johnson was talking about. I was talking about the 6'7" center they've got that she gets the ball on the block. She was taught you go up hard. She played against guys. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying the way she plays is just strong.
Well,
I'm bigger than you are, and I'm going to knock you over.
That's
what she does.
That guard,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, she's got better technique than a lot of men that you see play the game. You don't see fucking point guards make those plays in the NBA, and she's doing it. Granted, it's women's basketball, but damn it, it's impressive to watch, and I'm proud that she's wearing a Gamecock on her jersey.
How is Taylor Clark doing this year?
She's playing pretty well.
Yeah, I heard she had a pretty good game actually recently, but I hadn't.
Her team is just her. That's it.
Yeah.
I know the fallout of
We got
Angel
something for
Reese.
that ass, I believe.
Anybody know what the hell's happening with her? Rob, you got any connections in the radio industry on
For what? Well, I mean, I've heard about stuff, but I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff that's been put out there.
What?
Like
she's been benched since like
but she like they were talking about. She had such a following that she couldn't take regular classes, so now like all of her classes are online. And I read something about it was really bothering her having to go out into public. And I don't know. I mean, she's Angel Reese, the player from LSU that dominated last year and ended up winning the national title with.
Well, imagine being the idiot who paid her millions in NIL, and now she's been benched for like 2 months.
That's why I have issues with the NIL when you're paying a lot of these young kids. Because she's back.
She's like a sophomore or a junior.
Did y'all see that little clip for their coach the other week? I guess they lost a game to somebody, and she was coughing during the interview, and they asked her, they said, "What?" They said, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just got a cold." She said, "Shit, it might be COVID. I don't know. Hell, I ain't testing though."
No, I didn't see that. The last I saw, she wasn't even.
No, who said that? Was that Mulkey, the coach, or?
Yeah, she said, "I don't know what's wrong with me." She said, "Shit, it might be COVID." She said, "I ain't testing though."
I ain't testing though. Somebody sent me a message about when we were goofing about you being a cold. Jackpot said it's possibly AIDS. Jackpot's got a cold. Jackpot saying I got possibly AIDS. It just went on all matter of fact about it. That's pretty funny. Anyway, all right. Rob has these buys. Let's let Harry Legg talk.
Take care.
Yes, sir. Harry, your team's going to go and you have an opportunity to end Nick Saban's career, in my opinion. Are you excited about that?
I don't know about ending his career, but
I think if y'all go out there and you put a hurting on him like Trevor Lawrence did, he may reevaluate his life heading back to the locker room.
If the game plan and everything that I have insight into right now comes to fort, it's going to be a long day for Bama. Long day, and they ain't going to like it.
Well, here's the thing that if I were coach, I mean, and Muschamp's probably going to do this too. Look, you're not going to beat us on the ground, and we think that Milroe is a piece of shit in the pocket. So we're going to make him try to be a guy that's going to throw the ball all over on us. And oh, by the way, we've got some of the best defensive backs in the country. So
exactly.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, he can run for 200 yards. Ain't gonna help him.
I don't think they're going to let that happen. I think they're going to put a spy on him, and they're going to keep him where he has to stay in the pocket. I think that's what they're going to do to him.
Well, he likes a certain depth. It's just their offense is not sophisticated, as you would well expect.
Yeah, they had to dumb it down. They went from a Heisman Trophy winner to this guy who's just an athlete playing quarterback.
I was watching Brooks Austin. You might be familiar with him. He was doing his film deal, and he said, "Look at this, folks." He said, "Now this is the third game that we've watched. Do you notice something? It's all the same." I say he had to leave, but I'm going to bust his chops here in a second, Kale, over the pick'em.
Who is that?
Rob. I'm going to bust him. I'm going to bust him. He left off the New Mexico State Liberty game.
Did he? That game's on Friday, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Oregon and Washington, and that game is on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a damn good. It has the potential to be a really good
Did you put Oregon? Okay. Did you do them
No.
all, Rob?
I didn't put the Friday games in. No, sir.
Yeah.
Oregon Washington is Friday night.
Yeah, I didn't put those in the challenge because we pick games on Saturday. So.
I see.
Yeah.
And then if I did that, then people would be upset.
It would be too hard to go back and change the rules this late in the game.
Oh, no.
Right,
I'm not complaining. It is what it is. I mean,
yeah, I thought that was
sir.
I thought that would be the best way to go, is just to, because there's games on Friday too, but I thought it would be best just to have the Saturday games and then go from there.
Yeah, that's all good.
All right, buddy.
I know
Anything
it's
else?
getting so y'all trying to get out of here, and I just wanted to come and just say
Jackpot's-
something.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Jackpot's got to get up and sling the taters in the morning.
Yeah, I know,
get up and
I know
sling
that's
some
right.
taters.
Well, y'all
All
be
right,
good.
buddy.
I'll see you later.
Appreciate it, man.
Good night.
There you go. All right, buddy. All right, Jackpot, you got anything else? South Carolina and Clemson play basketball. I think it's next week.
Yeah.
Is that next week? Yeah.
It's next Wednesday, I think.
Is it next Wednesday? Oh my God.
I think it is.
We went last year to that game, and South Carolina beat Clemson. That's probably what kept Clemson from not making the tournament. I mean, because it ended up being
It was either that or losing to NC State 3 times.
Well, it could be that, but I mean, South Carolina ended up.
No, never mind. I'm sorry. Y'all beat NC State 3 times. And they made it in over you, and they had a worse record.
Yeah. But when you lose to an 8-win, 9-win, whatever the hell South Carolina was last year.
Yeah, we
South
kept the football team out of the playoffs, and we kept the basketball team out of the dance. Talk about a fly in the damn ointment.
Yeah, you guys are the ultimate spoiler. I mean, you're not worth a shit, but you end up screwing it up for everybody
Not worth
else.
the shit, but you're like we're the shit that collects up on the bottom of your shoe.
You know what you are? You're Captain Cockblock. That's what you are. You're like that's what you are. You just block everybody else from doing anything. That's what you do. Captain Cockblock. That should be the name of your team.
Captain Cockblock ruined Georgia in 2019.
There you go.
Sure they weren't able to compete for a national championship or a SEC championship, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Did they play for the SEC championship that year? I can't remember.
I think they did. I don't remember, but I mean, you've got a
year
history of
LSU
spoiling
won it
things.
all.
Yeah, they did. They wanted to. Yeah.
We blocked them.
Mhm.
Yeah. What else? Clemson.
You got it. I mean, the Clemson stuff from last year. You kept the basketball team out of the tournament. You kept the football team from the playoffs. I mean, yeah, all that stuff, man. That's
all of it true.
All of it's true.
Again. Who's going to be the next victim?
Well, I mean, it won't be anybody in football this year because y'all are just sitting at home playing pocket pool. So I don't know where to go with that, but with that, this show's a wrap. Thank you, guys.